Hey everybody, this is Rydo and we're back to FreeCell Quest. Let's continue. So we're at level 18. Maximum number of free cells is 6. We have 3. Right, we have 2 right now and we're trying to get to 3. So I want to go all the way to this capital after having just rested at the previous capital. And my goal here is to have a reset place that I can come and rest at to get more mana, because you can't get more mana any other way, and to get more health, because you can't really get more health any other way. There is a way, of course. You could have mana crystals and health crystals, but that only gets you so far before it becomes unreasonable. Okay. So, it's kind of easy to cancel an attack, but I should only cancel an attack if there's 2 attacks going on. If I can get this up here, then those 2 can go away. So that probably is an alright trade. Let's see. But maybe not. Maybe if I undid that, I could move that over there. No. Nope. So what we don't want to lose here, the main factor right now is we've got to see, that was one attack and we're already on to another attack. We want to get one more free cell open, which is about 4 more cards. So if I can get this rest spot, then it should be easier to get further down where we need to be. Is there a shuffle or something we could swap? Like, I think this card swaps a random card, so if I move that ace there, maybe that'll do something. Yeah, alright, that's not too bad. There we go. Our defense still is not very high. Let's see. This, I think, is the direction we need to go. So we need the 2 of hearts to play. Where's the 2 of hearts? It's back this direction. So there we go. Now we're starting to make progress. Let's see. A 4 in this position is probably not a terrible mistake. And then all of those are not really something I need to focus on. So it really is just getting this off the field. So, can I move 3 cards? Can I move 2 cards? Yes, I can. Then I can only move 1 card, and then I could... Now I can only move... Yeah. That didn't help. Right, so I could go there. Let's see. These are coming fast and furious. This is 3. This is what we need. So move this 3 out of the way. Move that somewhere else. There's decent odds that this would end up somewhere I could access better. I'm just getting everything handed to me and I'm out of mana at this point, so it's now just straight up, can I play the game? And can I figure out how to play FreeCell in this game that has been teaching me to not play FreeCell and instead been teaching me to play something very different. Or am I about to lose and do I need to run? Run for the hills. Alright. Can move 2 pieces this way. If I move that, then maybe I could move 3 pieces that way? No. I got like 1 more hit in me, and that's it. Oh, this stinks. Come on, game. Show me something. Give me some help here. There, cancel that attack. And then it just moves on to the next attack. Like it really just wants to ruin me. This is so unfair. It really is just getting down to a level of unfairness. Oh, it's like, and now we've got 2 attacks. We're about to lose. Let's just leave. Or let's not, and let's die. Like, why not? Just let it... Because, what am I gonna lose if I die? Money? I guess? Yeah. So, then I have to run all the way back. And, like... I can flee this, but because that city has been attacked, I'm now trapped. Oh my goodness. Like, I can't go where I want to go because this area, like, well, so I have to do this or I have to die. That. Oh man, I think I'm done. I think this is where the series is gonna end. Like, I could see myself spending some extra time on playing this and just playing this calmly and collectively and trying to get all the achievements, but oh, the grinding and the terrible balance here, it's not reasonable for a casual FreeCell player to want to play this. And if you were a hardcore FreeCell player, it's still not reasonable because they're not letting you play FreeCell in the sense of for free to start off with. They're making you start with 1 FreeCell, and that's way more advanced than what most people want to play, even people who are big fans of FreeCell. So 79 gold to put me back this way, and then I have to go and take this guy again, and I lost progress because I'm pretty sure I had beaten this and this and this. Both of these cities, I believe, are under attack, and it's just a nightmare. It really is just a nightmare scenario every time. There shouldn't be so much added pressure, and I've had some episodes where playing this where I was about to fall asleep, certainly. But if I was just playing regular FreeCell, I would be able to play this game and still be a little sleepy. The fact that this is taking so much of my attention and putting so much extra pressure on you that you have to move, you have to solve this. If I was just playing regular FreeCell and there was a timer, sure, it might take me 20-30 minutes to win a FreeCell game. But I would never feel like, oh no, I'm going to lose, or oh no, the game is going to screw me over by giving me the specific seeds that are designed to be way too challenging. the RPG elements that are being added to this are not adding anything. They're actual detriments. Let's see. That wasn't what I wanted to do. I wanted to do that. And then do that. Yeah. And I really don't even have a reason why I'm doing this specific battle, come to think of it. I think I've just kind of lost the plot and I'm bouncing around. And I imagine that could happen for a lot of people, actually, come to think of it. Just once you start getting frustrated, once you lose focus, once you don't realize, oh, these were the places I needed to focus on based on the level. This was the direction I needed to go based on the closest capital where I could rest, or the closest monastery where I could get some more training, or the closest fort where I could buy a weapon, or the closest capital where I could buy other things. Yeah. I feel like I very possibly here I'm going to lose again. Like just 2 losses in a row. It's really just is not the experience I want. Oh wow, like it's almost amazing that they've somehow figured out a way to ruin FreeCell for me. That's kind of what they've done here, is that they found a way to make FreeCell not the game that I know as I know it, and thus made it worse. Which I guess that boils down to don't try to improve on a classic, particularly if you're not a well-known expert in that field. And I heavily suspect that the developer of this game was not a well-known expert in making solitaire games. Honestly, most solitaire games on Steam don't even try to make a improved version of the solitaire games, and instead just go with a very simplistic solitaire that can be done over and over again. Like Regency Solitaire was way better than this. Regency Solitaire had the same XP and spells and cheat features that unlocked, and I only failed maybe 2 or 3 based on my fuzzy recollection levels, and had to grind maybe a couple times, and even that was probably too often, where we are nowhere close to being done with this, and I've just had my fill. I've had my fill of this style of FreeCell. Even if I did unlock the 3rd FreeCell, there's 3 more FreeCells that you'd have to unlock, and even if the game does get exponentially easier as everything continues to go down that route, having a bad experience for the first 4 or 5 hours of a game pretty much guarantees you shouldn't play a game, even if it is an amazing experience and gets really cool and really easy later on. So yeah, I don't see how this isn't our last episode. I think it's time to rage quit. I have a large collection in general of games that are kind of in our my back end pocket. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I have a large collection of games that are in my Steam library that don't ever really get finished, and I say, oh, I'll play them off screen, but the truth is there's very few times I'm actually playing anything off screen. Shuffle all the black cards. Alright. Let's see, we need 2 more victories before we can get 1 more FreeCell, and that's what we've got to look at. It's what we've got to hope we can do. There's 1 mana crystal, and sell that for money because it's not really going to help us anyways. Rest. Alright, so my goal, we have a level 15 here, we have a level 14 here. Let's get this level 14 done. We're at level 18, that should be pretty easy. There might be even a lot of lower level cards or challenges around that I'm just kind of missing. Let's see. That's that. Okay. That. Yep. This one seems easier. Yeah. But unless this gave me 2 cards, I'm gonna have to do at least 1 more challenge. But 1 more challenge wouldn't be too hard either. So put that there. Four, 3, 2, 8, 7. Let's go and use that. Alright. So this 2 could go up into the free spot, and that wouldn't probably be a problem. And then that can go away, and that can go there. And play 1 more of these. There's the 3, there's the 4. So now we're looking for the black 5. Right, major solution. So move that, move that, move that. What are we missing? What's the one thing that's in the way? When halfway towards leveling up, we need 1 more card, hopefully. That's the hope. At least. So we'll go over here and do these. There almost certainly has to be, if I was designing this game at least, I'm not going to give them this much credit, but if I was designing this game, there would almost certainly be 1 level I would set up that's just a joke level, and as soon as you click 1 button, it just files everything into place and you win on the first move. I wouldn't make that the second to last level or anything. Of course, if I was going to do that, I also would have characters and storyline, and then I would build up a character as being super dangerous and strong, and then the joke would be, oh, actually he's not strong at all, he's a pushover. Or you'd have the very first level be like that, and then it would be pretty easy to just tutorialize via that action. Like, you really don't need a tutorial where it's just move one card this way, but it would have been fine. It's 8, 6, Jack, 4, And yes, the music is just super repetitive. I'm practically just wrapping up now, like, because yeah, I've had it. They've hit my full frustration point at this level. This probably was a game that came before the Steam 2-hour no question asked refund, so I can't just assume that this, and I wouldn't just assume that this is one of those games that's designed to waste your time past the 2-hour point so you can't get a refund. I don't even think that works particularly well, because Steam seems more than willing to at least discuss refunds after the 2-hour point. Or at least discuss it, maybe not actually fulfill the refund request always. But even before that point, it was a common thing, and has been almost since the beginning of video games existing, for games to stretch their runtime out and attempt to use that as an excuse to make the game feel better. So I did get 2 cards. They weren't the 2 cards I needed, so now I would have to do 2 more cards. We have a level 17 and we have a level 17, whereas this over here is a level 15 village, so this would be easier, or at least by the numbers it would be. But there's no telling how accurate any of that really is. 3. You can move that there. Move that there. You can not move that, but we can move that. If we move that out of the way, we could do something with that. Move that over here. That was probably the worst move possible. I could get a free space by putting it up there, but that really doesn't even change anything. If I had one more FreeCell, it would change things. Man, you're just so tightly resource limited. I guess we can put that there and do that. It's pretty obvious you're not supposed to be doing these battles with just 2 FreeCells open. And you would probably succeed way better if you were doing these battles with 4, 5, or 6 of them open. Let's see. more to be done. I can't move all of that, but I can do that. If I put that there and do that, that works somewhat. Because then I can pull that down. I have to keep an eye on my health. The queen won't do anything helpful. That helped. Just get rid of that point. Get rid of that. Move all of that there. Okay. So where are we left? We're left with an ace. That's what we're left with. That should win. But I'm in a terrible position, so unless I level up here, I probably won't get anything. And so we have a 15 village here. We have an 18. We have a 14. So take this 14 and hope that we can win with what we've got, which odds are low. I'm gonna buy myself some health and then swap a card with a random card, I guess. And then I only have like one spell that I could undo. Let's see. That. I don't think any more health would help me. The king up, put the queen down, move this, I guess there, move that up, move that down, move that back down, move that back down. We'll put this 9 up. We might have a good chance of success here. It's just gonna take me figuring some things out. Seven plus 6. 10. I think it's all in this pile here. So stick that, get rid of that. That may be it. So we're looking for a level up, which we probably didn't get. In fact, we probably won't get a level up for another couple turns. Not a couple games. These areas are vulnerable. This is a level 14 city, so if I went here, it would probably be a little bit safer than running this direction. So I'm gonna sail. and hope for the best. That's all I can do. See if we can figure out a way to win this almost playing 100% FreeCell. I have like one fix I can do, and so I have to time it perfectly. Probably wouldn't be a bad idea to put a 2 there, and then we're gonna look for the ace. So if I put that 6 here, and then that king here, that 5 here, and that 4 there. So that was complicated, but was the right way to play. King, queen, jack. Put the queen back up and get to that 10. We're looking for 3s, which means we basically need to shuffle this. Right. Major assistance there. Okay. And I can take a couple more hits, so I should be alright. I think we've got it. I think I lucked out, frankly. Come on, just land somewhere. It doesn't even really matter where it goes. Still 10,000 XP short of leveling up. Alright. So shop. We could buy a health. I guess. That's what you do. And then inventory cards. I should have 2 cards now. Trade. Now we have a FreeCell unlocked, which is great. We had 1 card left over even. So the hope is I can take over this capital and rest with no magic at all. Now that I have 3 FreeCells. Seems slightly possible, but also I would be surprised if it isn't really doable. And so if I fail here, I lose my gold, and then I go back to the previous capital, and then we could try it again after that point. I guess it really will just boil down to where do I want to risk this, because that's what's gonna be a problem here. Is I need to figure out which cards I want in the 3 FreeCells I have available to me, which cards I don't. I think you do this, and then this is still in the way. Then I could do 2 more of those. I don't know if that helps anything. Let's see. That freed some of that. So if I do this, and then this, and I can maybe take 1 more hit. Yeah. So I have to make a decision in the next few seconds. Do I want to bring back the health up, let's just do it. Such extra pressure. Ridiculous extra pressure. I mean, this is supposed to just be FreeCell. This is supposed to be cool, calm, and collected. Not you're about to have a heart attack because of all the stress. And frankly, there's a level of frustration in this gameplay that I don't even really run into very often in other games I play that are more action based. It feels like the stakes are higher, where a lot of first person shooter games and such, the stakes are pretty low. So I cannot find anything to do. There. That solves some of it. There's a 3 and an ace over here, so I'd have to be able to free that somehow. Is there a black 4? Yes, so we can move this over here. I'm about to get hit twice, though. I can move like this, and then this. That's about all I can do. It's just attacking so fast. I need this ace. How can I get the ace? I could do this. And maybe that. No. One more hit. What was I trying to do? I don't even know. That's it, I've lost. So then we're back here. And the grind work would be either to go over here and try to take out this capital, or work our way and spend another boat trip worth of gold to take out the other one. Either solution's not really great. Yeah. Even though now we've unlocked another thing, it just doesn't feel important. It doesn't feel like this is something worth spending your time on. I'm totally ready to move on to the next game I'll play, and just, it's like, maybe I'd come back to play this, but I'm not even sure, frankly. Like, even the idea, as I'm trying to roll around in my brain right now, of playing this off screen is just not something I want to do. They've found a way, like I said before, to ruin FreeCell for me. I don't play FreeCell ritualistically by any means. I play it maybe once a year at most, or for a small bump of time once a year, maybe, if I play several games. And I had hoped a game like this would have brought people like me closer to wanting to play it more often, and they've found the way to do the exact opposite. So I started this series with 3 questions. One was, is FreeCell still free when you get Windows? The answer to that is kinda, but no. You have to go to the Windows 10 store to install the Microsoft Solitaire collection, but that is free. But then you have to use the Windows 10 store, which is garbage. Forgot I had spells, so there's really no excuse for me to fail here, other than I'm just trying to play the game normally. And then the second question, is FreeCell still worth playing, or particularly worth playing on a PC? The answer to that, I think, is no. You would be better playing even this game, which I don't think is particularly good, if you were playing this on a mobile phone. It would still be a better experience. Let's see. Gonna go and heal. And then the third question, I think, if I haven't already answered 3 questions, was, is FreeCell worth playing in general? And that, I would still say, is a pretty personal decision. For me, I think I've found my answer is like, not in this form factor at least. Like, this is proven to be the worst way you could have presented FreeCell to me. Certainly doesn't add anything desirable. Let's see. And having a third FreeCell open maybe is making this a little bit easier, but it really isn't solving the problem. So I liberated the capital, I get a card, we get leveled up, we get some more max health, we get some more mana. Let's just go into the shop. Buying cards clearly is the right move. That's probably the only way you can get ahead of the curve, actually. Inventory wise, this is a defense of 30 versus a defense of 10, where our defense right now is 27, so that's a pretty big help, but not enough. Spell wise, we can see we've gotten, I think there's one spell I could learn more right now, but we're really nowhere there. Progress wise, we got the first 2 countries done. If I grinded it out, I could probably get this done pretty easily. Some of these areas that have only 1, I assume, are really, really difficult. There's an achievement for getting up to level 40, and we can kind of tell we're at level 19 right now. So that gives me an indicator that even at level 40, you're probably going to have some struggle. Like all I can buy otherwise would be maybe try and save up for some more defense, but defense hasn't helped one bit. And this rest here costs 266 gold. Why does it cost way more? So the game's going to get more challenging, I guess, as we get up higher. So when we start reaching a capital like way over here, it very possibly could be 1,000, 10,000 gold just to rest and create your checkpoint as we approach the final tip of the island, which inevitably seems like it would be over here. We've really not made any progress at all. What did it say we've done? 17% completion. Yeah, less than 1/5 of the entire map. I really like this map. That's about the only thing I can say good about this, is that the map and the logo looks good. The music is fine, but there's not enough of a soundtrack. We finished 2 islands, and yeah, I just don't think I would ever bother to do any more of this. Even if I was just obsessed about getting all 100% of the Steam achievements, because then I could highlight it as one of the games I've 100%ed, it's not worth the time. There desperately needs to be a different mode here, where you could just play regular FreeCell instead of with random seeds, instead of playing this. There's no story here. There's no characters here. It's ridiculous that you pick a different character when you create it. Let's just look here. Yeah. I assume these are just pre-bought assets because they don't even really match. And I wouldn't be surprised if the map and the shields are all pre-bought assets too. Knowing what I now know, more defense would not help. Slower enemy attacks would not really help. Extra healing really wouldn't help. 64% more mana might help, but the ninja with the more experience is the better move. The only thing that could have done was had a character that doubled the amount of stuff you get. A ton of defense extra, but no way less experience. That wouldn't help either. These numbers are just kind of picked out of a hat, it feels like. Yeah. Desperately, this game needs a just play FreeCell. I could say thumbs up to this game if it just had FreeCell. Just a campaign mode, random FreeCell, standard FreeCell game. Just add another button there and you would have been fine. Although, even when you're playing FreeCell, the fact that it doesn't show all the moves in the recursive animation that you get in regular FreeCell or Microsoft's FreeCell is a problem, because it makes it a little bit more, well, less obvious as to what's really going on. Settings wise, there was nothing here, just language. I guess we could look and see what other languages are available. German, Russian, and Chinese. That seems like this probably was a cheap Russian game if I was to guess. The evaluate button. Give the FreeCell a thumbs up. This is a trick that a lot of mobile games do, where it's like give it a thumbs up, but then by saying thumbs up you actually give it 5 stars out of 5, and there's no way to say actually this should be a 3-star inside the app. Send us an email. Nope. Like, that button does not need to exist. The how to play here is terrible. It's just text. And so this is the level of their language translation they were willing to do, is a short pop-up screen telling you how to play the game that is not voiced. Yep. Well, I guess I'm back to where I was before starting to play FreeCell Quest. I'm still looking for a good FreeCell game that could be in my Steam library, so I know I have it, just in case the Microsoft FreeCell collection at some point leaves the Windows 10 store, which is a good chance that the Windows 10 store would disappear in its entirety at some point in the future. So I'm looking for a good FreeCell game. if you could put a spin on it and do something different while also still being a good FreeCell game, as I've been able to find some good Minesweeper games that put a bit of a spin on it. I've been able to find some other kinds of games that put an interesting spin on it. That would be it. Honestly, if they just made a game that had a customization feature where people could make modded card faces and you know, put their favorite cats and dogs and anime girls on the skins of cards and release those, that would be about a major improvement, as I would expect for a FreeCell game. I guess maybe Tabletop Simulator is still your best bet right now. Wouldn't be super customized towards FreeCell or super efficient, but I haven't even really seen anything else that has FreeCell on Steam, and perhaps that's because there's no market there, or there's no way to improve it. This is a great example of somebody trying to improve FreeCell and making it way worse. Credits wise, I guess it just all goes to Legend Studio, because yeah, that just launched a website. I guess I could look at their website here, and let's see, our games, they made a game called Never Split the Party, A Legend of Luca. Never Split the Party is a multiplayer co-op roguelike. Legend of Luca is a VR roguelike. FreeCell Quest, Global Combat, a web-based risk-like game, and Asteria. So, yeah, apparently FreeCell Quest is their most successful game from the looks of it, and the other games are just kind of 8-bit pixel kind of mobile games. Yeah, I guess there's nothing else to say, nothing else to do. I almost certainly won't play this off screen. I've got better card games in the form of Magic the Gathering Arena to play, which is a collectible card game, and I was looking for something different here, clearly. Like, there's a big difference between a collectible card game and a parlor game, a solitaire game where you have all the cards, and the cards are not numerous and don't have like special effects or anything, just regular playing card games. And I would still be, I guess, interested in finding a solitaire game on Steam too that's good, so let me know in the comments if you know of any good FreeCell or solitaire games, but I imagine all of them are just going to be in the mobile market and not ported. I don't know what made FreeCell Quest the deluxe edition here. Maybe the original game had a lot less landmass and a lot less challenges. It really doesn't make the game more deluxe to have more frustration and more challenges. I think if you were a hardcore FreeCell player and you did play through all of this, you eventually would get through all the missions and you wouldn't want to go back and do them a second time. That's going to be it for this series. As always, I ask you to like, share, subscribe, comment, and watch every second of my videos. If you want a friend or follow me on any social media sites, there's a bunch of links down below. I have a playlist for every other game I've covered, so go check the playlist tab out on my YouTube channel. And if you want to support me even further, which would be greatly appreciated, you can either support me via the link below to Patreon, or you can friend me on Steam and gift me a game off my wish list, or just gift me a gift card. Games like FreeCell Quest probably aren't too expensive, so if you get them on sale and gift them to me, that's an easy one-time way of supporting. Thank you for watching. Have a good evening.